One of the biggest fighting games in the world, Tekken 7 was the most impressive game in the series to date. So it's no surprise that fans are excited to see what the developers have in store for the next entry. During September's Sony State of Play, Tekken fans were pleasantly surprised with the shock reveal that Tekken 8 was in development, with a trailer premiering showcasing gameplay and the new game engine. Believe it or not, it has been a ridiculously long 7 years since Tekken 7 was released, and, after a long period of support, Bandai Namco is finally moving on to Tekken 8, which impressed during its gameplay trailer at Sony's September 2022 State of Play. However, what have we seen and heard from Bandai Namco ahead of the Tekken 8 release date? The answer is well, a fair amount, even if it is only a teaser trailer. But that trailer uncovers a lot of significant improvements for the series, as it jumps to current generation consoles. And, with a major boost visually, the series is set to make a big impact when it releases on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. But, when will that be? Rumors have been floating around about a new Tekken for some time, but now a new trailer and a message from Tekken's producer Katsuhiro Harada have confirmed it. Tekken 8 is on the way, and it looks amazing. While the details revealed at Sony's State of Play were sparse, here's everything we can glean from this exciting reveal and what Tekken 8 looks like it has in store for its characters. Tekken 8 does not have a release date for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Harada, in an episode of his show Harada's Bar, said that Street Fighter 6 may be in the danger zone when it comes to releasing near Tekken 8. So, to get ahead of EVO 2023, and to be far enough away from Street Fighter 6, we think Tekken 8 may release sometime between April and July 2023. However, that is speculation on our part. In addition, the game will not be released on PS4 and Xbox One, which means it is one of the first next-gen exclusive fighting games, as Street Fighter 6 is coming to PS4. As the announcement for Tekken 8 did not include any information about a release date, so we can't really predict a launch time frame. However, we do know a few things. First, the story mode is specifically still a work in progress, and the game is referred to as firmly in production, which indicates we have some time to wait. Second, the other games revealed at the State of Play, like Rise of the Ronin, did come with release dates, in that case, a 2024 window. It would be odd if Tekken 8 released in 2023 without any kind of window provided, although it's possible, and some rumors point toward the game releasing in July 2023, following EVO 2023. Either way, we'll no doubt know a lot more by then. At the time of this video, there is no confirmed Tekken 8 release date. With the new trailer bringing a lot of excitement among the Tekken community, it looks like we'll be waiting a while for news on the release date, with the trailer simply saying stay tuned in place of even a release window. Popular Tekken commentator and live streamer, Avoiding the Puddle, has revealed on Twitter a promotional t-shirt he received from Bandai Namco. The packaging for the t-shirt reads, "Tekken 8 tuned into the Game Awards livestream." This is as close to official confirmation we're going to get. Tekken 8 is going to appear at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards. Series creator Katsuhiro Harada confirmed that the game is being built from scratch in Unreal Engine 5, with no Tekken 7 assets being reused, so it's unlikely that the game will be hitting stores anytime soon, with most expectations being a late 2023 release at earliest, or a more realistic 2024 release. Expect Tekken 8 to arrive on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. It won't be supported on PS4, which makes sense with all that detailed work in Unreal Engine 5. That's also why it won't be coming to any mobile devices anytime soon, although you could give it a shot on the Steam Deck if you don't mind lowering performance. We really don't know much about the roster yet. Jin and Kazuya are, of course, guaranteed to play key roles. Devil Jin may be done for good now that Jin seems to have gained control of his powers, although that depends on where the story begins. Note that Tekken 7 had several new characters, such as Leroy Smith and Katarina, and we expected at least a couple of them to return for this version. However, it's all guesswork at this point, although the developers have made it clear they have a lot of details to tease us with in the future. Unsurprisingly, the Tekken 8 roster is highly anticipated, and while we don't know much for sure, there's a lot of characters that are likely to return. Naturally, Jin and Kazuya are all but confirmed after featuring in the trailer, but other characters with large roles in the story can be expected to make a return too, like Lars Alexandersson, Leech Allen, Alyssa Boskonovich. Meanwhile, fan favorites such as Paul Phoenix, Yoshimitsu, and King are solid bets to return, given their popularity and standing within the series. While we can probably expect Tekken 8 to feature DLC characters like Tekken 7 did, giving less popular characters the chance to return too. The big question is whether Heihachi will return, given his apparent demise in Tekken 7, but it wouldn't be the first time a character has survived being thrown into a volcano. Given its potential for a big plot twist, It's unlikely that we'll find out Heihachi's fate before the full release. The future of guest characters like Street Fighter's Akuma and King of Fighters' Geese Howard is also up in the air, with speculation that the licenses for these characters not being renewed appears to point to them not returning. The lone Tekken 8 trailer right now features the series' two lead characters, Jin Kazama and his father Kazuya Mishima, clashing in the middle of a barren, stormy wasteland. The two trade blows back and forth before Jin lands a finishing blow on Kazuya using the power that his devil gene provides him. One exciting feature of the trailer is the disclaimer at the start of the trailer, seems to suggest that the footage is real-time, in-engine footage, which if true, means that we can expect the final game to have similarly stunning graphics. Let's talk a bit about this trailer because it came with several interesting pieces of info about just how good the newest Tekken title will look. First, the trailer was taken from the story mode itself, and the story mode's cinematic scenes use the same engine as the actual gameplay uses. So while it's not an actual fight, it's not a pre-rendered movie, which Tekken has had many of either. We're getting a fair look at what character models and even moves will look like, along with the sort of backgrounds we can expect when playing. It's also running at 60 frames per second on a PlayStation 5, so there is no tampering in the background to get the action to run smoother or more reliably than the average PS5 owner can expect. When they enter a versus battle, online connections aside, it's easy to see why they emphasize this aspect of the trailer. It's some truly impressive in-game work that highlights just how visually powerful Tekken 8 will be. While the trailer doesn't give too much away story-wise, it does confirm that the story will center around Jin and his companions as they plan to take down Kazuya one and for all. Tekken 7 finished with Kazuya seemingly killing his father Heihachi and continuing the now years-long world war between the G Corporation and Mishima Zaibatsu. Meanwhile, Jin recovers from a coma to begin planning how to bring down Kazuya. Much of the more recent entries in the series have focused on the Devil Gene, a genetic power possessed by both Jin and Kazuya, allowing them to transform into more powerful devil forms. While Kazuya has already learned to control his Devil Gene, Jin hasn't yet and is prone to being taken over by his devil form. However, the ending of the trailer seems to suggest that Jin has now also learned to control the Devil Gene, so it will be interesting to see how this affects his story, as well as the presence of Devil Jin as a separate character. As previously mentioned, series creator Katsuhiro Harada has confirmed that the game is being created from the ground up, while the trailer doesn't give much away with regards to features, meaning we can't guarantee much. While the graphics in the trailer appear to be a massive upgrade on those of Tekken 7, the gameplay itself looks largely similar. Characters tend to retain the vast majority of their gameplay between titles, and we can probably expect the same to be true in Tekken 8. One major addition in Tekken 7 was the Rage Art and Rage Drive systems, which were a core part of the game's meta, and the trailer ends with Jin using a move which bears many similarities with his Tekken 7 Rage Art. Although the feature itself hasn't been confirmed, a trailer can only tell us so much, but we have a number of clues from this dynamic, rain-filled duel, especially when it comes to how the story is progressing. The scene focuses on a duel between Jin Kazama, the current main protagonist of the Tekken verse, and his father, Kazuya Mishima. Jin says, "People like us shouldn't exist," which is a direct reference to the Devil Gene they have both inherited, a supernatural power with a tendency to corrupt, and the ability to slip into a particularly nasty devil form. That's been a problem for Jin in the past, but here, the trailer clearly shows that he's attained control over the Devil Gene to the extent of using his devil powers without the need to fully transform. His father gets some blows in too. Again, all this is in-game footage, so we get a look at some juggling combos, powered-up moves, and what appears to be a rage art tapping into the Devil Gene. We also get some good glimpses of the rain-filled environment, which looks to be highly dynamic, with a raging storm and breaking ship in the background.